Hey guys, welcome back to my video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I am at my friend's house. We're doing our watch party for sex ed. No, I'm not teaching you anything about sex, so that's not that. We're watching the show Sex Ed on Netflix. We are a week late, but that's okay. You know, when people are busy, things happen. That's fine. So we're doing a watch party finally, season 3. I'm really excited because I've heard a lot of good reviews and everybody was telling me I have to watch it right now. And some people are even waiting for season 4. So whoever's out there, director, if you're watching this, we need a season 4. I don't know. I'll let you know how I feel about it. But we're waiting for our friend and we're gonna watch it. I'm so excited, and I'll definitely come back with a few snippets of how I feel throughout the season. So exciting. So we did have to flash back a little bit to the second season because we kind of like remembered but didn't really remember what happened at the end. And so it begins, guys, and so it begins. Our little watch party! So excited! We on the first episode, guys. It took us a minute, but
Honestly, I think it's the hardest.
Otis and this girl, she was like the popular girl, and Otis, like, first of all, Otis needs to get rid of that mustache. Yeah, we're not down. We're not a fan of Otis's mustache. We're not a fan. So far so good. It's getting juicy. It's getting really juicy. We had some deep conversations, you know. This show makes you talk about sex. It makes you really have oh yeah. It makes you really think about a lot of situations.
Disrespectful.
It makes you think about a lot of different scenarios, guys. Stay tuned. The best I take on the middle. I don't even have any more words. So much stuff happening. I'm super excited. This is, I think it's rated R. It's so intense. It's intense. It has to be rated R, I think. It has to be rated R.
TV mature.
Yeah, something, because this is just not, it's so good and intense. That's how intense it is, guys. You have to do a whole exercise. Like, what? The headmistress.
Is a fucking great lady.
Whoa. Yeah, we need to get rid of her. Not a fan of her at all. Yeah, I don't, what?
Yeah, she's like baby Stalin.
Yeah, we don't like her. We're not a fan of her. Uniforms? How is this gonna work out? I would love to see how that's gonna work out at all. I'm just so confused, like, with this principal. Headmistress? I said headmistress. Wow.
She's the headmistress.
Oh, is that the correct words? Okay, good.
It was one word.
Head teacher.
Head teacher, headmistress.
Headmistress.
Principal.
I don't know. Yeah, we called her principal, but we're not a fan of her. We need her to go. Absolutely go. Also, kids, I would never watch this with my parents. Just put that out there. This is not a show to watch with your parents.
Okay, so I was on Reddit and I saw a tweet that said you and your partner should read 20 AIMAs. I was like, what the hell is that? So I looked up what that acronym meant, and it's Am I the Asshole? And basically it's people submitting stories about shit that they have done, and they're wondering if they're the asshole. I saw so many stories like, yo, this guy gave away his girlfriend's cat, and he basically told the story of what led him to do something like that. And he's like, you know, am I an asshole for that? One story was talking about how a guy, he basically has a girlfriend, and she comes over once a week. Everything's going well, everything's going cool, that they have their own apartments and they live separately. As the relationship grows, long story short, she starts spending more time at his apartment. So he notices that his utility bills are being much higher than normal.
Okay.
So he comes up with this idea that he's going to request $24 from her a month. He says, am I the asshole for charging my girlfriend $24 a month
Yeah.
to hang out with me?
Yeah.
Now, I would say
Why don't you just ask for her to move in? And you guys just share bills,
that's
no?
not see?
Moving in is such a big step.
I mean, it is a big step, but no.
That's not the number
Oh,
one
that's
solution.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the number one, but it could be a solution.
Oh, yeah.
It's a drastic solution.
But I think it's definitely it could be a solution, though. It doesn't have to be the number one pick, but okay. So what's the other one? Go ahead.
She said that she told that he said that she told her friends, and that they were like, you know, what a jerk, like you should break up with him. And he's like, you know, I don't want to lose her, but like, you know, what do I do about the situation? Now, call me a simp,
Okay.
but I don't ask girls to like replenish water or ginger ales in my refrigerator if they come out and hang out. I don't tell you to bring your own snacks. I'm not gonna. You charge your laptop, charge your phone, you turn on some lights. My bathroom is used more. That means you're using up my paper towel, my toilet tissue. Like, I'm not gonna ask you money for that.
Yeah.
My question to him is, who does that?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he's wrong. Is that fucked up? Because she has her own apartment and her utility bills are basically at zero. She's only
Because she's not there that often.
She's not there
But that's what I'm saying. So why can't we consider moving in? So what's the next step? Okay, so what's the next step?
So the next
Okay, so then what's the next step though?
the
Then what's
next
the next
step
step?
is having a conversation.
About?
Like, I have a budget, and my budget accounted for A. And because you are here X amount of days, it is changing into this. And it is hard for me to either afford, or I'm not comfortable spending this type of money. So maybe if we can please, maybe split our time, spend more time at your place, spend more time out at free places, go to a park, go to here. We don't always have to spend time at my place.
Okay.
That could be the next conversation. But if she's not willing to take this part, then if he's so afraid to even ask for this $24, you think he wants to move in with her?
I mean, yeah, if she gives like a bad response to that,
Okay,
if there's a bad response to that, then yes, I agree. But then I'm also thinking like if you're there all the time and you guys are like really in that type of relationship, then that would be a next step, no?
See, being there all the time and still having an escape is different than being there all the time.
I think it depends on the relationship though, because some people would be fine with saying, okay, just move in with me. But it depends on the person. I think it depends on the person.
He said his rent is $1,800 a month.
Oh, he pulled up receipts.
And
He got receipts
$24 each. That's what he's asking for. She said her and her friends think I'm being unreasonable, and her friends are telling her to dump me. I really love her and don't want to lose her, but I'm afraid of ending a relationship where bills are not split equally. And I don't want to be with someone who just sees me as a meal ticket. I think it's reasonable to ask her to help me pay for things now that she's spending more time at my place. But am I wrong? Am I the asshole? I'm not asking someone to contribute into my place unless they're actually living there.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like, why don't you just suggest her living there or move in with you? So what would you be in your next step? What's your next step? What would you do?
Deja, having her live with me is not the next step.
Well, I know. Okay, so then what's the next step?
I don't know. My sociology.
They don't know what the next step is in between moving in with somebody.
I argue with my
Well, other than your conversation. Sorry. Go ahead.
Deja, they've been okay. I didn't mention this, but for about a year now. So they've been dating for a year.
Okay. Now. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that part. Okay.
I know. I'm
folks,
sorry.
I didn't hear that part.
I did not mention it. But that's about more background knowledge.
Yeah. Okay.
Not really answer. And my sociology teacher said that couples should not live together unless they're married. I argued with a woman all in class. I was like, what? I was like, you don't know how your partner's like hygiene is. You don't know how they keep their home, this and the third. She's like, she made such a great point. She was like, you would smell them. Every time you hung out with them, you could smell them. You can see what they're wearing. You can see if the shirt is wrinkled. She goes, because I didn't say sleeping over. I said living together. She was like, of course you guys spend the night together. You know how their apartment is. I was like, damn, this woman's making good points.
It's true. I agree. Although the world isn't that easy because there's so many people who live.
Perspective may be like, oh yeah, you know, you buy the house pay for the wedding, and go on the honeymoon all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like who
Yeah.
has all that money to do all that? And yeah, she might have been a little rich, but she did have a point. She did have a point.
I really don't think
It could be just
What
apartments.
would you guys
It doesn't
do?
have to be a house.
What would you guys do in this scenario? We wanna
once
hear the
money is
comments.
involved, it changes all the dynamics. It
That's
adds
true.
a layer of stress that I think a lot of new relationships don't need.
Yeah, and that is a newer relationship because that's a year, they said.
It's been a year.
Yeah. So that is a newer relationship. So
Man,
Like,
I
do you
saw
guys
that
think?
and I've been reading these. These are crazy.
we're definitely going to drop the link below, and I'm going to start reading some of them because I've never read any of them, but I'm going to start reading them after this because that was really interesting. But tell us what you think. So we got through 4. We started kind of late, but for the next watch party, we will definitely start earlier and be on top of it for the next show. So we'll see what the next show is. Give us show options because we're clearly down for these watch parties. So let us know. Definitely below what shows you guys have been watching. But we saw the first 4 episodes of Sex Ed, and we will be seeing the other, I think there's 8? I don't even know how much is in the season, but there are more, obviously, and we'll be catching them up on them separately. So maybe I'll come back and do like a little snippet of the next 4, but Otis, love. But this also goes into like new topics for me because I'm kind of like, when is it a good time to say I love you? When is it not a good time to say I love you? Definitely Maeve's boy, with like sex and disabilities. That could be definitely an interesting conversation as well. Let me know what else you guys were thinking of the first 4 episodes.